Hello everyone. So in this today video session, I am going to show you how to execute the programs in our Spider interactive shell, Python interactive shell. So in last video, we discussed about the elements of flow control. So different types of flow controls. We discussed what is flow control. So how to write flow control statements means why we call that flow control. So how to write the conditions. So in control statements by using control statements, and then we discussed about if, else, and else if statements, how to write that conditional statements in Python programming. So today in this video session, I am going to show you how to execute these programs in our software, means Python software. What we are using now is Spider. So in Anaconda Spider software, how these programs we are going to execute. So till now, I hope you already executed some of the programs, but those programs you directly type it in your interactive shell, means in your output screen, and then you get the outputs. But now you have to type this program in just like program C program, how you are typing in your Turbo C, and in your in Java Eclipse, how you are typing your programs in IDE. Like that, here also we have to type these conditional statements, and then next we have to run that programs, and then we see the output. So now I am going to show you how to execute the program. Okay. Now I open Spider. So here in Spider, so in previous what which are all the programs you executed. So those you directly enter in console application, means in console output screen, you directly enter the statements. So and then means just there we just execute the expressions. So we are not written program, but now we are going to write a program. For writing program, so here, so in your Spider IDE, so here that what we are seeing here, so in this space, in this workspace, you have to type your program. You have to type your program, and then you save your program. So how you saved your C programming by using .c extension, and then Java for Java by using .java extension you saved your files, and then C++ programs you saved by using .cpp extension, just like that. So here also Python programs we saved by using .py extension. So these Python programs what you are typed now, so that we saved by using .py extension. Okay, first you have to type your program in this workspace provided in your IDE. So here you type your program, okay, and then next you have to run your program. So here first what you have to do, in the sense, first to go to the file menu bar, so and then select new file. Okay, so here you click a new file, otherwise just here we have icon, so new file opening icon. So this one is your new file opening icon, click here, so then new file will get open. So here in this workspace, so you start type your program. So first I am going to type one print statement. So for printing output, we use which function? So we use print function. So print, just print, no printf here. Okay, print, and then within single quote we have to pass arguments. Within single quote in the form of strings, we have to pass arguments. So now enter your college name. So now I am going to ask the user to enter the class name. So now here I am asking the user to enter the college name. So now if I am asking the user to enter the input, next we have to accept that input. So for accepting that input, we have to use input function. So we use input function. So that input we have to store it in one variable. So now we have to declare a variable. So now I declare college name as variable. College name is our variable. So before declaring variable, so for declaring variable, you have to follow what? Variable rules. Okay, so what rules we have? So don't start that variable name with numeric values. So and then that name should not be a keyword, and then we won't provide any white space between the characters. Okay, so that rules you have to follow, and then it should be a case sensitive. So now here I followed the rules. So college name, Okay, and then next equal to, so now I am going to accept the input. For accepting input, we use input function. So input function. So next, this college name is assigned to means what input that user enter, that will stored inside college name variable. So now we accepted that input, right? So after accepting that input, next we have to check whether the user is enter the correct college name or not. For checking that one, we have to use branching statements. So that branching statement is what now? First we have to use if. So if, so for if, first we have to type what? If keyword followed by condition. Followed by condition, no parenthesis here. So just leave one white space and then type your condition. Condition is what? That college name is equal to what college name you are going to expect. So now I type college name is equal to here double equal to, single equal to is assignment operator, double equal to is equality checking operator or your comparison operator or relational operator. So now I am going to check that college name is CIT. So CIT, and then you end this one by using means colon. Okay, so this one is the proper syntax to write a if condition in C Python programming. Okay, so but in C what we did, C and in our Java, so first we write if keyword and then followed by parenthesis. Inside that parenthesis we return condition, but here no parenthesis. So after if, you just leave space, one white space, and then write condition, and then at the end you put colon. Just okay, and then next indent printf. Next, if you want to type any statements, for that we have to provide indent statements, indent block of code. Indent means we have to provide 8 white spaces, just like tab. If you press tab, 8 white spaces it will provide. Okay, so below that if only if you type, it won't accept it. You have to provide one tab space, means that one we call, that's why we call indent block of codes. We have to write below the if. Okay, if the condition is true, then it will execute the indent block of codes. So now I type print f, means here you see here that white space is there, no, this one is indent space. Okay, so next I print, so if the user entered college name is CIT, you can give any college name. So here I mentioned CIT. So then I print some statement, some message I want to print it. So I welcome to CIT. If the user entered name is CIT, then only I will print I welcome to CIT. Okay, this statement will print. If the next what we have to do, if the user will not enter the CIT, then we have to print some else statement, right? If you just mentioned if the user enters CIT, then it will execute that much only. Okay, then it will print the statement. Otherwise, it won't print anything. Why? Because we are not entered any statements. Okay, first you save this file. Okay, so first after type this program in your workspace, in your IDE, next what you have to do, so you have to save this file. For save, go to file, save. Otherwise here only we have icon, save icon, click this save icon. Okay, and then create one folder. Inside that folder, better you keep your files. So which are the programs you are typing, you keep these files separately, then it will be very helpful while you are reading. Okay, so next here you type your file name. Now I am give file, first I have to give file name as flow control flow if. Okay, I will give flow if dot, how you save dot, by using dot py extension. Okay, now your file is saved. So now after saving this file, you run. How to run? Here only run option is there in menu bar. You click this one. Otherwise here this one is your run option. Just if you click, this program will get executed. First what it will ask, enter your college name. So you type, now I type college name as CIT. So next what it will print, hi, welcome to CIT. So again I run the same program. Okay, and then now I type MIT. Okay, then it won't print anything. Why? Because for if we return condition, for if you return condition, okay, if this condition is true, then only this statement, this block of code print will get executed. If the condition is false, it will not execute anything. Why? Because we are not written anything. Okay, if it is false, then if you want to print something else, so for that we use else statement. For that we use else statement. Okay, so now I type else. So for else, how you write else? Else is a keyword. This else will not accept any condition. Okay, so this one you end with colon. So next you have to type indent print statement. Now I type indent print statement print. You are not a CITN. Or not a CIT student. Okay, so now again you save this file and then now you execute. Okay, enter your college name. Now I type MIT, then what it will print? Next we see. So MIT. So what it will print now? You are not a CIT student. So in this type, you will execute if find else. So next here in if we can check only one condition at a time. So in if and else, you can check only one condition at a time. You can't check multiple outputs, possible outputs for single condition. Okay, for checking multiple conditions at a time, okay, for single conditions or for a single scenario, so we have to use else if. Here how to write else if? So for writing else if conditions, here we are not using else if keyword. Okay, instead of that one, here in Python we are using elif, elif. Okay, after if, next for checking next condition, next possible condition. Okay, so now here you see if, same thing I'm using again. So here, how you type your elif condition? ELIF, ELIF. Next you type a condition. ELIF. Next, after that you give one white space and then same thing condition you are checking college name CIT. Instead of CIT, I change this one as MIT. MIT. Okay, if it is MIT, then it will print I welcome to MIT. Okay, so next for this, how you type your else statement? So else you are neither you are not a CITN and you are not a CIT and MIT student. Okay, so like this statement I will print. So now I save this program and then run it again. So here you see first. So first if I type CIT, then what will print? I will come to CIT. Again I run the same program. Now I type MIT. So welcome to MIT. So here for one condition we are checking many possible outputs. So next if I run it again and then I type GMIT. Okay. So next, sorry, not here. Here. Next I type GMIT. Then what it will show? You are not a CIT and MIT student. Okay. So instead of find, you can type anything MIT or CIT student. Save this one. Run it again. So then now I type GMIT. So next, not a CIT or MIT student. So like this, you can add any number of else if statement to your program. So try to execute this program. Okay. So and then see the outputs. Thank you. So in next video, we discussed about looping statements. Okay, looping statements.